Good morning, my little galletas. Galletas, galletitas. I miss your little few cute faces. I hope you had a good night's rest. I hope you are reading, and reading because, well, we can't take AR tests, but we can keep practicing so that when we come back, we can take AR tests once again. I sure hope you had a good night's rest. I sure hope you said good morning to whoever got you up this morning. And I sure hope you're going to say good morning to them now. Hi, Gracie. Hi, Marion. She just walks away. She ignores me. Rude kitty. Anyway, oh, she stopped. I waved to her. So, we're going to do some math today. Some number bonds and 10 frames. So, 10 frames, number bonds. What is a number bond? Oh, I was writing it down and I forgot to finish it. A number bond could be in any, using any shapes. I like to use stars sometimes. But a sum and two addends creates a number bond, three numbers that will always go together to make up the two addends to make up the sum, or I forgot the word, composing. I was going to say constructing. Wait, we're not building houses. Composing and decomposing. So that's what we're going to be working on today. We're using our good old buddy Pete back here to look at a nice pretty picture of what we're doing. And then we're going to be making the equations and our 10 frame. What is a 10 frame? Oh, let's go over that. A 10 frame. Once again, a 10 frame is a frame with 10 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once it's filled up, there's 10. Another way to look at a 10 frame, or that we see a 10 frame sometimes, is when we do blocks and they look like this. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 little squares inside, and we count it as a 10, and we count by tens when we see those. We know that when we do those, we're counting by tens, and then when they're separate like this, these are ones, and this becomes 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 10 and 4 more equals 14. That's doing tens and ones, but we're doing it as 10 frames. I kind of went a little ahead of myself there because you guys know. And number bonds. So in our number bonds, since we're using a 10 frame, and our number bond is always going to have what as our sum? It's going to have 10. 10 is always going to be our sum. Our two addends will change as we do our 10 frame up here. So if we start off with this 10 frame, Pete, he has 0. We need to figure out what two numbers are going to make the addend, the number bond, and the addend in here to make up 10. So if he has 0, if he starts off with 0, 0 is going to be one of our addends. I need to back up so you can see. 0 is going to be one of our addends. And we need to see how many more we need to make our 10. So ready? Here we go. 0. Now we know how. Now we're going to get to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We had to make 10 check marks. So our other addend is going to be 10. And our equation is going to be 0 plus 10 equals 10. And if we try to look at our card here, our Pete card, and we see he doesn't have anything in his 10 frame, we would have to count to see it. And I'm not going to draw on this, but we would have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we're correct. 0 and 10 more makes 10. And that's what we want, the sum of 10. All right, let's go on to our next one. Our next one we have up here is, the next one I have here is 3. So we're going to erase. Our sum's not going to change, just our addends. So using our 3, here's our 3. 1, 2, 3. That's our first addend. Let's see how many more. So here's our first addend. 1, 2, 3. And now let's see how many more we need to make 10. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 and 7 more makes 10. So let's see. 3 and 7 more makes 10. We are composing. If we were decomposing, we could actually use our number bond again and just go the opposite. We start with our sum. We would say our sum is 10. Take away, how many do we have first? 3. And how many did we have to draw? Oh, look at that. Our numbers are the same, just in a different order. Woohoo! That's composing and decomposing. All right, let's move on to our next one. We have here the number what? The number 9. So we are going to figure out 9 and how many more do we need to make 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many more makes the sum of 10? 9 and 1. We drew 1 check. 9 and 1 more makes 10. We can check that on our fingers too. 9 and 1 more makes 10, because we know we have both our hands up, we have 10. Yay for 10. All right, let's move this guy over and see. Ooh, whoops, I didn't mean to erase my sum, because it's always going to be 10 because we have a 10 frame. Here we go. We have how many buttons? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is an easy one because we know if we have 5 here and we have 5 here, we're going to have what? 10 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and 5 more makes 10. 5 and 5 more makes 10. Are we correct? 5 and 5 more. Yay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 empty buttons missing from his 10 frame. So we know that is the correct one. Okay, let's move on to our next one. Let's bring down this one. All right, here Pete has how many buttons? Pete has 8 buttons. How many buttons does Pete have? He has 8. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. How many buttons is Pete missing? Well, I don't know. Let's figure it out. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many buttons is he missing? Let's find out. 1, 2. He is missing 2. So 8 and 2 more. See, you can see the 2. Makes 10. So the addend of 8 and 2 makes 10. Correct. All right. Now we're going to move on to, we have 2 left. 4 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I didn't draw those very well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see how many more we have left. We have our first addend. Let's see how many more we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 and 6 more makes the sum of 10. Let's try it again. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 10. And our last one that we have up here is, let's bring Pete down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's one of our addends. We're going to figure out what the unknown addend is to get to our sum of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And 4 more makes 10. Let's check. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 makes 10. So we just went through and did a number bond using our 2 addends and our sum, a 10 frame using are putting in our add-ins first in two different shapes so that we can make sure we know that the numbers are correct. And then also using our buddy Pete. All right, so there we go. Add-ins from 0 to 10 in a 10 frame. Good job, boys and girls. We'll see you in a bit.